If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I'm a fan or a proponent of leasing a truck if you have the ability to. If you've got a pulse, you can pretty much lease a truck. Should you lease a truck? That's a question you need to ask yourself. It's a large club over here, and the vast majority of them have failed. And I'm going to give you the do's and don'ts to help you with making a decision, an informed decision as to whether you need to even be trying to lease a truck or getting a truck of your own, period. First and foremost, you need to choose wisely. You need to choose the company you're going to lease from wisely, because they're not all created equal. A lot of them are out here just to turn a quick buck. They don't give a damn whether you keep the truck for 6 months, a year, complete the lease or what, because they're going to make money hand over fist, and they don't care. So it's very important that you choose the company you lease from wisely. You want to research, and some more. And this is a process that can't be rushed, so don't rush it. If it takes you a year to determine a good company to go with to lease your truck from, then take a year. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow. There'll be new trucks on the market this time next year, and you'll be able to choose from those trucks. When you're speaking with someone about leasing a truck, the most important person that you can speak to about leasing a truck is someone who has leased a truck before and failed. You want to find those people. Those are the important people when it comes to discussing a lease, because they will tell you everything you need to know if you listen. Once you get through listening to them, you'll understand why they fail and what you need to do differently. Just speaking to people who are successful at it is not enough. It doesn't tell you what you need to do and what you need to look for. Oh yes, we can give you some ideas, but failures will define exactly what you do not need to do. So I'm going to kind of hit the high ground of what you need to be doing even before you lease a truck. One of the first things you want to do before you lease a truck is to form an LLC. When you form an LLC, that day when you're authorized, the state recognizes you as an LLC. That's your birth date. And that's important, because when you apply for business credit, people want to know how long have you been in business. And that day that your state authorized the formation of that LLC is your birth date. So if you get this done 6 months before you lease a truck, you're already 6 months old and haven't even turned the key yet. Now here's a big don't for you. When you're speaking to people about leases, and they are just adamant, you should not do a lease. Run away from it. It's the biggest thing, it's the biggest mistake you can ever make. Ask them if they've ever leased a truck. 99% of them are going to tell you, no, but I got a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who leased a truck and he lost his ass. Don't be talking to those people, because number one, all their information is second, third, and fourth hand. They can't tell you about leasing a truck. Find failures, find successes, talk to those people. If you're going to lease a used truck, make sure to get all the service records on it, because you hear the term gently used truck all the time, but if that truck has 100,000 miles on it, how many times has it actually been serviced? How many times has the fluids been changed on it? You need to know these things. Another thing you want to do is get a good CPA. You can do your own accounting, that's not an issue, but it's going to be very difficult for you to do an accurate tax return. So you need a CPA to help you with these things and these deductions. CPA can also show you how to shelter money, pre-tax money, that you can set aside for maintenance accounts and things like that. You'll need to have some access to credit as well. You need to have at least one credit card with $2,000 to $5,000 limit on it, so that in case something happens on the road and you need the funds and you don't have the funds, you'll at least have a cushion there to help you out for a little bit. And somewhere within the first year, the first 6 months, you need to get a Dun & Bradstreet number. They're not that difficult to get set up and everything. You can call in and they'll help you get set up on an account. Might cost you a little bit depending on the plan you get, but you need to record your business credit. If you have a line of credit with someone, it needs to be reported. That way you can have a standalone business credit file and your personal credit file. I'm going to run a little bit long on this video because I want to emphasize one point here. If you are a company driver right now seeking to become a lease operator and you're having difficulty paying your bills and you see this as an opportunity to make more money, don't do it. Because there's an opportunity for you to make zero for 1 week or 2 weeks in a row, and that throws your entire budget out of line, and you may lose everything you have. So, for those of you who are thinking about leasing a truck, know your budget, know how much money you have to have. If you're a company driver now surviving off of $800, $900 a week, and you don't have any major bills, you'll do fine. But if you're struggling, you'll probably fail as a lease operator.